How did the farmer find his missing cow? He tracked her down. Yay, you made it. I've been waiting for you. Hi, my name is Floss. This is the Grape Jelly Library where we love to talk about books. I am so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. So today, you, my best booktube friend, I am going to ask you, do you want to hear about the story that I have just read, written by Rosamund Young, titled The Secret Life of Cows? This book has been on my shelf forever. And in an attempt to read what I own, 100 of my books, I chose this one. This book is not stored on my shelf like this. It is, in fact, facing me. Every time I walk into this library, I see this cutie wootie in the corner looking at me. I have 3 stories. Are you ready for story number 1? So, there was a sheep and she had babies, but she was only able to produce enough milk for one. So at 6 weeks old, the other lamb went to a farmer. Well, as time passed, the farmer came back. I guess they were separated, but the farmer came back with a knee injury. And this sheep was now eating. And when the farmer called to this sheep, she recognized his voice. She stopped eating and she went over to the farmer. She realized that the farmer was injured and she would not go back to eat until she was assured that he was okay. He was safe and he was going to be all right. Once she received that assurance, then she was finally able to be coaxed back, yes, over to her din and continue on with her meal. But I found that fascinating and astonishing that, that this animal actually needed to be assured everything is going to be all right. Okay, so I know this is a book about cows, but because Rosamund has raised other animals, they do make guest appearances in this book. All right, so now let's talk about some of the things that cows are. They are shy, they are proud, they are aggressive, they are stubborn and bold and friendly and docile, and they are highly intelligent, and they are slow to understand. Just sometimes, you gotta be telling them cows 2-3 times before you can get through to them. And that's all right. Now that we've established that, let's talk about what cows have. Cows have personalities. Cows have awareness. Cows have preferences. Cows have likes and dislikes. Cows have friendships, and cows possess voices in which they communicate with other cows. I found that story to be fascinating. Story number 2. So these cows are given their choice, their preference of whether they want to be inside cows or outside cows. I don't mean inside cows sitting on the couch drinking hot cocoa watching Netflix. I mean barn cows. Do they want to be inside or do they want to be out in the pasture? So the story goes that one of the cows was going to be given birth. So she was being led closer to home so she could be monitored. Well, while she was making that journey closer to home, she ran into a cow friend in another pasture. And she actually walked out of bounds towards that fence so she can go and talk with her friend. Let her know, hey, I'm going to be having a baby. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Maybe I'll meet up with you after the baby's born. That sort of thing. They are able to communicate like that. I find that awesome. Story number 3. 2 cows, and this is mother-daughter dynamics. And we all know how that can be. You either have it or you don't. Two stories, one that has it, one that does not. Let's start with the one that does not. Stephanie, the mom, and Olivia, the daughter, were very close. They went everywhere together. They did everything together. Well, one day, Olivia found herself with child. And as the time approached, Olivia was guided by her mother, who found a comfortable place for her to give birth and made sure that, she was comfortable, taken care of, assured. And the mom, Stephanie, stayed back about 50 yards, which was close enough to monitor, but far away enough to be not intrusive. Okay. So after Olivia had her youngin, her calf, she cleaned her up and she doted on this baby of hers, this beautiful, beautiful baby of hers. And about 2 days later, the mom came to be introduced to the youngin, and Olivia wasn't having it. Olivia wouldn't let the mom groom her. Olivia wouldn't let her near it. And after about 4 days of this nonsense, Stephanie, the mom, hurtfully and with great shame, took the hint and jumped the fence, went to meet up with some friends, and as far as Rosamund knew, Olivia and Stephanie never ever spoke again. Very, very human-like. I found that amazing, amazing. All right, so now let me tell you about the other mother and daughter dynamic. Dolly 1, the mother, and Dolly 2, the daughter. So these two cows were always together, always did everything together, best friends. All right, so as Dolly 2 grew into maturity, Dolly 1 knew she would have to, learn to go out there and make friends on her own. So when Dolly 1 was having another calf, she kind of doted on this baby calf and ignored Dolly 2, because Dolly 1's job as a mother is to take care of the youngins, right? And now I've done my job and you're an adult, and now if I've done my job right, you go and do what you're supposed to do as a cow. So Dolly 2 took the hint and she went out and she made friends very, very easily. When Dolly 2 finally got pregnant, she found a place far, far, far away from home to nest and have her calf, to birth it. And when the farmers set out to find out where Dolly 2 was, they couldn't find her anywhere because these pastures were like huge. So it took 5 farmers to go in different directions to try and locate Dolly 2. They finally did locate her a very far distance away from home, but in dire situation. Her calf was born deceased. So the farmers tried to get her comfortable, covered her with a blanket, contacted the vet, did everything they could to just make her as comfortable as could be until the vet got there. Well, like the next day when they went to go check on Dolly 2, she wasn't there. The blanket was in the grass and she was nowhere to be found. So they set out yet again to go and find Dolly 2. And do you know where she was? She somehow miraculously found her way back to her mother, who was grooming her and taking care of her. That touched my heart so much. I love animals. I love animals. But, now I have a better understanding of animals. Like when I drive down the highway and I see cows in the pasture, I just think, I don't, but I think in my head, I just want to go up and pet them cows. I just, think they're so cute and so nice, and, I just want to love them and take care of them and all the things. But I didn't realize that cows can be bullies and bossy or friendly and loving. They could be everything that a human being is. And I have a better understanding of cows and their personalities because I have read Rosamund Young's book. I think that's a very cool thing. Now, I feel like I'm a better person for reading this book. I do. I feel like I'm a better person. I have more knowledge and I have more insight on the secret life of cows. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Don't let those bad days win. And when you dream, make sure you're dreaming big.